Switching a little bit to Australia, you started your career, you're an Australian,
Yes.
You started your career I think in Brisbane, working on projects there. Having worked now across the world and you've worked on some incredible projects, do you have any perspectives about, now that you've taken all that experience in and you've worked on some of the things that you've done, do you have any perspectives about Australian cities and views about things we can learn from overseas that will help make Australian cities more sustainable and more attractive to global investment?
Well, I think the first thing is Australia is a very advanced economy with a very, very strong tertiary services sector. It's the industry itself that we're in, the real estate industry broadly, is very sophisticated, and it's viewed around the world as being one of the leading institutional real estate environments, and there's a great deal of professionalism in the industry here. What I feel is probably lacking is an urgency in the industry, and that extends to government as well. The big difference, I think, from the emerging markets compared to more developed places like Australia is the use of government infrastructure, government-funded infrastructure to actually enable the economy and drive growth in the economy. It appears in Australia, in most of the cities, that the investment in public utilities and infrastructure is a reaction to almost a crisis. And so there's this timing differential where the emerging markets get out ahead of it, anticipate the future, recognise that urbanisation is the most profound theme that exists on the planet today, understand that there are going to be challenges of accommodating twice as many people in our cities. Of course, in the next 30 years, we're going to have 3 out of 4 people in the world living in cities. It's anticipated by the end of this century that the population of Australia could be as much as 62 million people. That's 40 million people more. That's 9 more Sydneys in the rest of this century. So without a robust dialogue to try and anticipate what those needs are, we're going to continue to see Australia responding to urbanisation and its challenges rather than getting out ahead of them and directing it. And I think when you're in a place like Dubai or even in places in China where I've been before, you've got that opportunity to get out ahead of it and try and steer how the economy will grow, steer where people are going to be living, where they're going to be working, how modality is going to work. And I think that's a huge advantage that those places have.